souls. Thank you for joining me. I'm really happy to be recording today because I did take a little bit of a break from all of this. This February full moon has been a lot. My collective, all of you watching, my beautiful soul family, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here and thank you for all of your support. Let me just say, oh my gosh, I can feel it. I can feel you here with me. Even when I'm not posting, even when we're not talking, like I can feel you here, so thank you. I thank you. We're going through a lot. We're going through a massive transition. Right after I record this, I will post a video that I recorded a few days ago and then like totally overthought and didn't post because I didn't like it and I still don't love it, but rewatched some of it today and I was like, you know what, I was totally in my head. So if you've been in your head as well, this is your video. This is for you. I have a message for you today, which I've been sorting through. I've been sitting in this energy for at least the last like 45 minutes or so, and the message first started to come in yesterday. This is my notebook where I write down all the channeled messages when they first start to arrive. And this message, thank the gods. They want to give us some clarity, like some direction, because if we are in the same soul family, okay, if you're feeling what I'm feeling, then you have been feeling like this card, which is just a bunch of clouds. It's the card of transition. It's literally the card of transition which came up, okay? It's been confusing. It's been hectic. So we're really called to stabilize ourselves now in some sort of identity, okay? What's happening now is a massive tower movement, like collapse in identity so that we can reform new ones. In my last message, the number 444 was very relevant. It feels still relevant. We're moving into this reading. Yes, child, spirit confirms. Okay, so 44 or 44, 444 may be a confirmation for you. There's also been a lot of emphasis right now about the stars, and that can mean so many things. Stars mean authenticity, who you are. It's also a way to connect with your ancestors, like your galactic ancestors, or even just, I mean, yeah, we all came from stardust, so going all the way back to the Big Bang, the beginnings of the universe, like we all came from stardust. So there's something really important here about connecting with the stars, knowing that we are divinely led, knowing that there are greater forces working behind the scenes, working with us to establish our roots in this planet as a source of love and a source of light. There's a lot of that happening right now. And for this reading in particular, I was really drawn, you can't really see it and I can't lift it because I have cards, but it's one of these astrology mats that I just had to lay out. And so it's part of our spread today that will help guide the interpretation just a little bit. And then I have one of these things too to look at the stars. I was just like studying it. Like, this may be a side note and maybe for a future video, but the constellation Auriga, which is, it's right above Orion. It's like between Orion and Perseus. It's above Orion if you're in the northern hemisphere and you're looking up. Auriga is a to the Greeks, he was a goat herder and a charioteer. The king of Athens, he's represented here, like the king of Athens who invented the 4-horse chariot is represented by the constellation Auriga. It's been really speaking to me lately and I haven't figured out why. Something to do with that herding mentality. I'm not quite sure if it's relevant, but I felt the need to just bring that up for some reason. So maybe there's some history, I meant to say research, maybe there's some, okay, there you go. In researching of the history of the stars that your soul is calling for, that will bring you some sort of clarity into your identity. Yeah, Spirit is saying to me now, establish your identity. It is okay if you don't have all the pieces. It's okay if you don't know everything about who you are. I know, deep breaths, ready? Yeah, it's a lot. It's overwhelming. It's a lot. We're like, who the heck am I? You don't have to know everything. We're really being led at this time to find stability in the things that have always been there. I think that's why it's important to look at the stars, look at your childhood, like what were you dreaming of there? What do your best friends or your parents or people who really love you and know you well, what do they have to say about you? Like, there are certain parts of yourself that you know are there, that you know are a core part of who you are, right? Like, I don't know why it's so easy to lose track of this. Like, I keep forgetting that I'm an artist because I don't do it professionally, because I used to take classes in college and now I'm not in college, so it's hard to like take art classes. I keep forgetting that I'm an artist. I like to paint, I like to do ceramics, I like to sing, okay? I like to play the ukulele. Like, I keep forgetting this about myself. And how do you forget something that's so crucial to who you are? That's something that you've always been doing since some of my first memories are like playing with clay and making stuff with my hands, right? So these are the parts of ourselves that we're called to remember and entertain and play, and that will really help us to work through this energy to transmute what needs to be transmuted while living in a stable place, okay? And also knowing that you are of the light. Like, if you're watching this, chances are you are a light worker, a grid worker, a star seed, an earth angel. One of those labels has resonated with you at some point. Like, okay? And like, grounding yourself in that. Who? Spirit is saying to me right now, you are the boss. You are the boss. You are the boss. You get to say who you are. You get to tell people who you are, right? You get to tell yourself who you are. This is about standing firm in our beliefs. I know that identity of light worker, starseed, whatever, may not be strongly rooted in you now. It's not that strongly rooted in me now. It's freaking weird. It's freaking weird. Like, all of a sudden, it's weird. Like, it's different. It's different. It's new. If you're anything like me and you grew up with, like, I didn't grow up going to church. I didn't grow up with a relationship with God at all. So, like, yeah, it's weird. It's new. But we're really called to ground into that identity now. And even if it's just like, I am a part of the earth, that's a great place to start. If it's too much to say I'm a starseed, I'm from another planet, like, you are part of the earth, you are part of the light that makes this beautiful matrix that we are all becoming. So, that felt like a bit of a tangent. That's not what I expected to be saying, but it needed to be said, it needed to come out. Anyway, thank you all for being here, and thank you for listening. I love you all so much. I'm working on myself right now, trying to figure out who I am so that I can root into whatever part of my identity can help best serve the collective right now. So you may see the format of my videos change a little bit. I might do more like videos on like how I've been managing anxiety and depression. You know, I was in a really dark hole and I got myself out of it. So like maybe videos related to that. Let me know what would be helpful genuinely, because I feel like I'm still navigating this spiritual awakening. I feel like I recently came out of what we call the dark night of the soul, and I want to be able to meet you where you're at as well. So let me know where you're at, and then I can figure out where I can be most of aid, because I want to be able to be vulnerable and share myself as well, but I don't really know where to start with that, and I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So for now, we're just having spirit come through and see what messages want to come through. But in the future, I want to grow this and expand and like not be afraid to see where it takes us and see what type of community we can form together. Like, genuinely, like, this doesn't have to just be like me telling you whatever spiritual news is in the air right now. I kind of want it to be more than that, and I'm figuring that out. So yeah, any suggestions that you might have? Where are you at in your spiritual journey? What would be helpful for you? Like, let me know, because I've been through a lot, and I think between my personal experience and the wisdom that I can channel from spirit, like, we can really help each other out here. All right. So let me know. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay. Let's get on to today's message. So yeah, all right, honey. Big news. I'm seeing newspaper headlines. There's a lot of stuff shifting in the whole unisphere, in the galaxy. It's a lot. It's happening I'm just seeing in my mind's eye right now, like the whole earth is just shaking. It's a lot. Earlier today, I was tapping into Earth's frequency, and I just felt tears, like Mother Earth just crying, but like good tears, like tears of release, like, oh my God, I feel it now. Almost like the hard part is finally over, not because there's going to be less chaos in the world, but because you have had a personal breakthrough, or a breaking point, right? Something had to fall away, something had to change. And because you climbed that mountain, something is becoming more clear. Yes, child. So, wow, we're crying. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. This is a turning point. So my channel notes, the turning point is a massive shift. A lot of change within is happening. A big question, a guiding question that Spirit wants us to be asking ourselves now is, what do you want to see in the world? What do you want to see in the world? And that can help you ground in your identity. Like, what kind of world do you want to see? Become that, right? And remember too that massive cultural change, it starts from the bottom up. When it's sustainable over time, it starts from the bottom up, meaning at the individual level. So the tiny, minute changes that you can make in yourself, in how you present and how you show up in the world, they will have massive cultural shifts, because a lot of people are receiving this energy right now, and so it's up to you what you want to do with it. But this is the type of energy here that can really propel massive change. And Spirit is saying to me too, it's a hurdle. And there's a lot of turmoil with this. Like, it's this big, like, tumultuous energy. But if you can overcome this, you can overcome anything. It's an obstacle in your path. Spirit is just reiterating that right now. It's an obstacle in your path. There's really this big turning point. Like, there's almost this sense that some people might not be able to grow from this, that this might be the hurdle, the obstacle that stops some of us in the collective. This is a lot. We're talking global, we're talking everybody, probably not you listening, but maybe some of your friends or family members, right? Not everybody's coming with us where we're headed. That's a hard thing to come to terms with in its own. It's an obstacle. And Spirit is showing me too, right now, I'm seeing, like, if you were to zoom out, you'd see that this obstacle, like, if it's a wall, this wall actually has an ending. It has an ending. If you zoom out, you'll see that the wall is just a random little tiny brick wall in the middle of a field. And you can actually walk around it. You can walk around it, see what's on the other side. Like, a lot of us have been trying to climb this wall, but we need to actually just zoom out our perspective. Find another way. Find another way. Yeah. That's absolutely it. That finding another way has been really speaking to me lately as I've been going on walks around my neighborhood where I live. It's icy out, and so there have been a couple times lately where I've had to go this way, and I'm like, no, I can't go this way because there's too much ice and I don't have good shoes on, right? So you go another way. Okay. Yeah, we are asked to use our discernment here and to trust. There's a lot of energy of just really needing to trust, especially if you don't have that clarity that you wish you had. Just trust. The divine is here for you. Okay. So another big energy that's present here is this thing that I don't fully get yet. Okay, I'll just tell you. So twice, very quickly, I had this experience where I thought something was one item, and then I realized it was two items. So we thought it was one, but it was actually two, okay? One was these two pieces of paper that were stuck together long enough for me to write on both sides, and then realize it was two pieces of paper the whole time. And then there was a pink thread on the ground, and I picked it up, and it was actually two pink threads that were just wound around one another. To be honest, it's giving me like twin flame type of vibes, which I don't love that terminology. I think it can be toxic in the spiritual community because it's highly misunderstood. But a twin flame is the idea that you are actually, like, your soul at one point in time was split into two. And so what you thought was one is actually two the whole time. So for some of you, that energy is coming through, that there's this awakening to that realization that maybe you have a twin flame out there. It doesn't have, twin flames are platonic, romantic, or neither, right? It's just a relationship that you have with somebody that, like, I guess is, I don't like it because it's like it's your other half and then I'm not complete without you. maybe we can talk more on that later. But that's part of what's coming through with this. We thought it was one, it was actually two. And the other energy that comes with this is just you, and this is, okay, spirits ding, ding, dinging. So this is going to resonate with most of you. You are becoming more aware of the different aspects of yourself. You are dual in nature. Yes, okay, Spirit says, yes, we're on a roll. You are dual in nature. You have multiple seemingly polarizing aspects that in fact are unifying. Spirit is saying actively unifying in your soul body. That's what's coming through. And I'm seeing the game of, I'm seeing checkers for some reason, and then I'm also seeing basketball. Checkers and basketball. I don't know, two classic games. One of the mind, one more of the body. Maybe there's some sort of coherence coming in here. Yes, between the mind and the body, we're unifying. Oh yes, okay, so we're learning how to work together with all the different aspects of ourselves in a way that services the whole. We're balancing ourselves out by recognizing the shifts that are happening within us and recognizing the different energies that are at play in a single being. Something that's coming in now as well is the fact that our ancestors, your angels, your spirit guides, they're always working with you. And something that's been really helpful for me to solidify in my being and as part of my identity lately is really recognizing that. Like, literally, instead of like, oh, I have to wake up and go to work tomorrow. I have to do this. It's actually, no, we have to wake up and go to work tomorrow. We have to figure out what the heck to do with the rest of our lives. Because your ancestors are always working with you, for you. You're working for them. Like, we are together. It's kind of like their energies are all behind you and feeding in, but you are at the forefront of the experience right now. But they're always with you. So it's a we. We're navigating this experience together, Spirit is saying. So yeah, that feels very relevant. You're awakening to different parts of yourself. And a very prevalent energy coming through and when I was just meditating before this, trying to figure out this a little bit better. I saw an image of a young boy being ripped away from his mother. A young boy being ripped away from his mother. This resonates to me. This may be a specific personal experience for you that is calling upon. Allow it to do that, please. Allow this to move through your being. But what this calls on at a broad collective level, at a big global energetic level, is more so what we've been calling, maybe not the mother wound. Yes, it's the mother wound, but it's more than that. It's I see. Okay, the mother here is this nurturing planet that we call home, this Mother Earth, the divine feminine, the matriarchy, okay? The divine matrix is what all this nurturing feminine energy. And the young boy is almost representing like humanity right now. Yes. So, okay, so we're highlighting the separation between man and nature right now. There needs to be a unification. Maybe part of your breakthrough recently has been truly seeing yourself as part of Mother Nature, as part of this great beyond, okay? As part of this global ecosystem that extends bounds. Nature is very healing, and seeing yourself for all these different aspects as well. Okay, so I have some other notes here, but they feel less relevant right now. We'll see if we come back to them later. There is this overwhelming message of needing balance. The number 13 is also relevant here. We really need balance right now. There are some energies within you as you're recognizing all the parts of you and learning how to help them work together. There are some energies that are overtaking others. So I did an automatic drawing. It looks like scribbles, but it's something. That's my automatic drawing right there. And you can see over here there's a bunch of spiky elements, and over here there's some round elements, and then the spiky elements kind of overtake most of the page. So what I gathered from that is the spikiness. Okay, so this is where some energies are overtaking others. This spiky energy that we don't, okay, spiky energy, it's overtaking this round energy, which I'm reading here as that spiky energy being the masculine in this case, and the round energy being the feminine, the round of, it's more than that. It's not just, doesn't have to just be genderified or whatever, but the circle, okay, a circle can represent spirit. Okay, a circle can represent the ether, the spaces in between. And so the circle really is this space where things are round, protected, where they're created, where they're nurtured, right? And then the spiky is jolts of lightning. I don't know, but there's a lot of chaos going around and not a lot of calm. So the spiky, so what we're seeing in the spiky versus round, it also, it read as sort of this like penetrating energy versus like an impregnable energy. Like at one point I saw the circle as like an egg and the spiky things as like sperm, like literally that. It's like there's too much of this, the penetrating like energy, right? Like literally, yeah. And then also feeling versus thought. I don't know which one is which there. I think thoughts would be the spiky thoughts, because they come, I don't know, thoughts are the spiky, and then the feeling maybe is like the round, and there's an imbalance there. And then another thing that came through very clearly is master versus reality. Master versus reality. I almost feel there like the spikiness is that master element, and reality is the round element. And I don't know, it's almost like so many people are trying so hard to make things a certain way, and I get it, because the world feels like it's going completely out of control, and so we need to do something, and there's this panicked reaction. And then on the other side of it, there's allowing things to just be as they are. And it doesn't mean that we sit back and we let the world fall to ashes and then do nothing to rebuild it, right? That's not what we mean. But what it does mean maybe is kind of accepting things as they are and learning to let the pieces fall where they are, trusting that it's all part of a process, that it all serves a greater whole. And then there's also this message coming in now to pull back the reins on this energy that is penetrating, that is this overwhelmingly like, I need to take control over my reality, I need to do this, I need to do that, I'm overworking myself. Pulling back the reins there, because we're acting out of this almost a victim or lack type of mindset, when we're like, oh my gosh, what do I do, right? It's this panicked, I need control. Pulling back the reins on that, pulling back the reins on our thoughts and allowing them to go everywhere, and pulling back the reins on trying to be a master, to master something instantly, and to be the master of your own reality. Spirit says, yes, child. We've been putting so much focus on as a collective, on manifesting, on being the creator of your own reality. And yes, while you do have that power, there's also a lot going on in the cosmic realms, in the ether, that you don't have control of, really. Like, yeah, you don't. Some other forces do, right? And so yes, you are a co-creator. Yes, you can make whatever you'd like with the paints in front of you, but somebody else made the paints. Like, so pulling back the reins a little bit, letting go of control, and really surrendering to this deeper flow, trusting your emotions, trusting your intuition, and trusting what is being created. Spirit is saying to me now, trusting what we are creating together, trusting that you have been given the correct paints that you need to create the most beautiful picture of your dreams. Okay? Pulling back, instead of running to the paint store and trying to pick out all the perfect colors, trusting that you have the palette that you need right in front of you. You have it. It is here. Okay. And then I drew a space cat. I don't know why. 3, 4, 5. A space cat going into a wormhole or a black hole. I don't know. Sometimes you don't know. And this is the type of thing that I promise you in like a month, I'll know exactly what this means. But it's just going to be a mystery until then. That's how this works. That's how this works. Okay, that was a perfect little transition because the cards that we have in front of us, this first one is resources. You have all the resources that you need in front of you. So these cards take us through a little bit of a journey looking into the months ahead. Yes, and my guides are cheering right now. We're so proud of you and we're so excited for you. We're so excited. I'm seeing a stage. I'm seeing center stage. Somebody is on a stage. It's like the spotlight is on you and you're up there with the microphone. The audience is just, it's getting quiet. They're tapering down their claps. And now they're waiting for you to speak. I don't know, that just came in. So there's this feeling coming in there with exposing who you are, showing the world who you really are, and also being given the opportunity to show the world who you are, to show the world what you're made of, to show them what you can teach. To show them what you can offer this planet. So this is part of the energy that is apparently guiding this journey forward. So let's get into the spread. To the spread. I'm gonna take a sip of my hot chocolate. It's cold, but I'm almost done. Yum. I like to add like clove and a little bit of nutmeg and just whatever I feel like. So it's very tasty. All right. Whew, okay, so the spread that we did here, it's your months ahead, your year ahead, okay? The coming transitions, yes. I'm seeing a Pokemon bowl for some reason and somebody rolling a dice. Maybe we want to roll a dice. I have a dice in here. Let me just remove these random objects. We want to roll the dice. Ooh, okay. I don't know, the center stage won't leave me. It's like we're gambling. Let's see what numbers come up. Number 1. Numero uno. That's you. Number 1. It's the beginning. This is a beautiful beginning of something. I just got dizzy. Woo! It's gonna be like a lot of energy. There's a little bit of stage fright going on, and I kind of feel like I'm on that stage right now. I can't get off of it. I'm also feeling like I'm floating a little bit in a hot air balloon. Very strange. What does the 1 mean? It's your number 1. I thought we were gonna get like a time. When is this starting? Ooh, why do I? Okay, we're done with that. Number 1. New beginnings, honey. New beginnings, honey. A fresh start, Spirit says. All right, let's dive into this. Okay. Tapping into this journey now. All right, letting Spirit come through me. Okay. Ooh, all right. Yes, child, we have so much in store for you, We're going to lead you on this journey, and we're going to need you to trust us. This is going to be a tough one. My ancestors are sort of speaking through me now. Also, the energy of a horse is here with us. I'm feeling a lot of like Alpha Centauri and Mintakan, like Orion type of energy as well. The Auriga constellation that we spoke of earlier also feels very relevant. Here. You can see it in that hexagon there. Auriga. And Gemini, it was sticking out too. So, alright, there's a lot in store for you, and we're asking you to trust this process. It may feel like you're blindfolded, it may feel like you're walking through a fog, but just know that this is part of the process. This is an opportunity to prove yourself not only to the world, but to yourself, asking yourself, who are you? Who do you want to be? What do you want to see in the world? And what part of the world do you want to take place in? What toys will you play with, and what will you be building? These are all good questions to be asking yourself at this time to reorient yourself to the center, to the galactic center, and with your highest good. Know that we are always shining our light upon you, and you can call out to it any time that you need. We are always here for you. We are one. Okay. There's a bit of a warning coming in. It would be wise at this point to not scatter your energy. This means not focusing on too many different endeavors at once, but rather pulling your energy together, pulling together your resources, and focusing on a few central tasks, a few central things that you feel are central to your reality, central to your identity, central to your personality. This is how you can help establish who you are in this new and becoming world and grow deeper roots into what you've always wanted to become, in what has always been there for you. Okay, beautiful. That was a little channeled message. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. So looking forward now into these months, we did a spread that is the winds of change kept coming, the winds of change, and so we did a spread with the like a compass, right? East, south, west, north. Starting in the east, because this represents spring. I think in different cultures, the cardinal directions represent, like, it's not consistent what seasons or elements are represented, but I went with east is spring, and then south is summer. West is the fall, and north is the winter. So we're starting in the spring because that's when things birth and they grow, and it's the upcoming season. Congratulations for making it through the winter. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, I know it's not going to be cold if you live anywhere near where I live on the East Coast in like the northern-ish latitudes. It's not going to be warm until like definitely another 3 months, but technically spring starts in like a month, and I'm very excited. Congratulations for getting through. All right, so we're starting with the spring. So this is part of your upcoming. So with this card here, we have, it's number 34, and it's the card of resources. It's the card of resources. And on this astrology map here, it landed in Pisces and Aries. And so there's this energy coming in this spring of learning that all of the resources are there at your disposal. This is also the 2. We talked about the 1, thinking that it was 1 and realizing that it was 2. So the 2 is emphasized here. There's 2 fish and a person on each of those fish. 3 plus 4 adds together to be 7, which is the number of the intuition. So this is really a mental journey. Yes, child. Collecting the pieces of our journey is what I'm hearing. And there's really this energy of alchemizing here. Alchemizing, okay? Pisces is water, Aries is fire. Those are 2 of the fundamental elements when we're reading tarot that are emphasized when we learn about alchemy. Fire and water come together to create a third and different thing, which is steam. Okay, carried by the air, all coming together. So there's really this tinkering energy coming through. Like you are a very powerful being. Whoa, okay, you are a powerful being, meant to share your light with the world, meant to see the light, meant to be the light. You do not know, Spirit says you do not know the source of your power at this time. This is why you must establish your identity. Okay, it would be wise to find out the roots of who you are. Past life regressions may cause some of you. This is also why you're being called to look at the stars. Your ancestors are out there and they are looking back at you. Figure out which section of the sky calls to you and do research into that. You may also wish to do dream work, assessing and analyzing your dreams, as well as going back into your journal to see where you came from. What have you been growing and where have you been growing into? So all of that just came through. A little bit of channel. There's this tinkering and creative energy here, figuring out who we are, knowing that we have all the resources at our disposal. It's like we're learning how to fish. We're learning how to fish, right? It's that saying where you can give a man fish or you can teach them how to fish. You're learning how to fish instead of just eating the fish that people gave you. You're learning how to fish. So there's a big learning process here. There's a lot of alchemy, transmuting stuff in your soul, becoming who you are. And a lot of this feels like a little bit of a lonesome process, and a lot of shifts happening in the mind. And we're trying to have fun with it too. See how much fun they're having? We're trying to have fun with it. Spirit wants you to have fun with it if you can figure out how. Don't go to your mind for that part. Go to your heart for how to have fun. Please don't be like me and overanalyze. But how do I enjoy it? But how do I just exist? It's by just being, and that's really hard. Go to your heart for that one. But know that a lot of mental shifts are happening and mental clarity is coming. Okay, thank you. Beautiful. The energy of a cat feels, oh, there's our cat. This energy feels very relevant there. Like you're about to drop off into that wormhole. Black hole. I don't know where you're going, but you're not disappearing forever. You're just being rewritten. Scientists have discovered that the event horizon, which is the ring around a black hole, we used to think that things went in a black hole and just like disappeared forever. But apparently the data, I don't know how, somehow the data of whatever goes into a black hole is actually stored on the event horizon in what's basically equivalent to binary code. So you're this cat going into a black hole, but you're not disappearing forever. You're just breaking down into all your parts so that you can maybe come out on the other side in a different costume. I hope that made sense. Okay. And I'm also seeing a falcon. There's a falcon coming in here. There's a falcon and there's a peacock. I'm seeing a peacock in my mind's eye as well. Okay, and then I'm seeing a man smoking a pipe as well. And that art, which is, this is not a pipe. This is not a pipe. That sort of, is that surrealism? Whatever art that is. Things are not what they may seem. Okay, we're navigating this. You're doing a lot of work in your workshop, tinkering away with all of the power that you have in your fingertips. You just haven't figured out where it came from, and so you haven't figured out how to work with it yet, and you can't see everything because you don't know how to see it, and you need to zoom out. That's the energy in the spring. In the spring, we're building. We're planting these little seeds, figuring out who we are and how to make it. And then in the summer, in the south here, we're entering into this appreciation. This is the card of appreciation. It's appreciating who you are, appreciating your needs, appreciating others. And something important that I forgot, so I'm going to check the book. But community is coming in with this one. So appreciating the needs of others. And it's the house of, oh yes. So it says, this is being aware that we are not alone. Being aware that we are not alone. That we need to appreciate the needs of others and they need to do likewise. This is the card of philanthropy, and it will show you where to place your gifts. So there's really this energy transitioning from the spring to the summer of understanding yourself a little bit better, of understanding your needs enough in the context of the world, and finally being able to start to form a community, coming together and starting to form your community, starting to really find your soul group, to find those people that bring out the light in you. And philanthropy, there we go. Philanthropy. So we're starting to ground our roots here, and it's something related to with your gifts, something related to philanthropy, right? Giving back this service to others. And Spirit is saying to me right now, aligning yourself with true north, aligning yourself with true north. And I'm also hearing there's a druid in the forest. That feels random. There's a druid in the forest. I'm going to let you take that if it resonates. We're aligning ourselves with true north. There's a druid in the forest. There's so much mystery and beautiful, beautiful, appreciating everything just unraveling. And a celebration too, because somebody's giving you a bouquet of flowers. Maybe it's you, maybe it's your soul tribe. Beautiful. So we start to build. We start to really, really build here and have our roots firmly rooted, right? They grow from the spring to the summer. Our roots have grown. Okay, and then we go into, did I even say the months right? Wait, winter comes after summer. Hold on. I think I said it the other way around. Spring, summer. No, it's the fall. I'm being silly. Wow, we really go from winter to spring. That feels really striking. Okay, so we got it right. I just had a brain fart. We're going into fall. We're going into fall. And with fall, we have this commitment. This beautiful commitment that feels like we're really starting to find balance here. It's landing in Libra and Virgo. Virgo, I believe, is Earth, an Earth sign. No, wait. Earth, I don't know. Earth, yes, it's an Earth sign. Earth and air with Libra. I don't actually know Virgo energy very well, but there really is this energy of collaboration coming through, of friendship and of organization, divine will, okay? Some of you are actually going to be meeting the person that you'll marry, is what's coming through with this ring as well. Some of you are going to meet somebody, or at least somebody that will become like the love of your life, or one of the loves of your life. The Galactic Federation is coming in now. So some of you are going to be meeting like your star family. Astral voyage is what I'm hearing. Astral voyage. Okay, so the family that's coming in, I thought initially that it was mostly earthly, but I'm feeling like it's galactic as well, like an encounter with these beings, even potentially in the astral realm, traveling astrally. Maybe they'll actually come to visit you in the 3D as well. That is possible. I've had an experience with that. I would love to tell you about it at some point, but I'm gonna stay on topic right now. Okay. Yeah, they literally came. It was wild. Ooh. Okay, on topic, Kara. Getting back into this. Okay. There's this feeling overall of like working through this thick pudding, and like trudging through that, but then realizing that it was like delicious ice cream all along and we could just eat it and enjoy it. Like we don't have to be like suffering through trudging through this because it's ice cream or it's pudding and we like those things. So does that make sense? Like, yeah. Okay. So the fall is this beautiful sense of commitment coming in, this collaboration, and a commitment to a goal at a group level. Like we know from this card, we know you're not alone, you're finding your family. Well, here it's like really known. Like, so the fall feels like it's going to be a really good time for you. The spring might continue to be a little bit of this lone wolf energy, a little bit of this figuring out who you are still energy, trying to have fun with it. But summer and fall is gonna feel so much lighter because you're gonna have people and energies coming in to really support you and uplift you in the most beautiful way. And I'm just drawn right now too to how both of these cards adding up to the number 7. So there are massive shifts going on in your mind here, in your intuition, centered around knowing who you are and allowing yourself to navigate this change, really allowing yourself to change. And finally, in the winter here, we have this card of transition, number 6. So this is a card that calls us to rest and reflect, which is very appropriate for it to be landing in the space of the winter, because that's what Mother naturally does during this winter time. She retreats into herself. Many of her species go dormant, and they conserve their energy and rest. And so you'll be doing this again. So there's almost this message coming through of like, yeah, it's really hard now. This winter is really hard. It's gonna get better, but we're gonna go through another transition. So like, if you're thinking that this is the only mountain you'll ever have to climb, and once you get over this mountain, life is gonna be easy forever. Like, no, get used to it, because these are the cycles that happen. But what will happen is you'll get stronger, you'll get wiser, you'll have more friends, you'll gain a better understanding about the world and who you are. And we'll keep going through these cycles. You'll lose touch with yourself. You'll gain touch with yourself. You'll lose parts of yourself. You'll gain more parts of yourself. You will lose friends. You will gain friends. Okay? You'll forget a memory, and then it will come back to you, and you'll have it again, like accessibly. So these are our cycles, and we're called to get used to it. I'm feeling a lot of luxury coming in for some of you in the summer. Spa days, spa retreats, even treating yourself and doing a kindness to others is what's coming through here. Treating your friends to something. If you do have a wedding coming up, I'm feeling like bachelor party vibes coming from this card for whatever reason as well. Boat parties. Some of you live in this beautiful life. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. This is the beginning of something so beautiful and new for you. And I feel, oh my gosh. And if you don't meet your people in the summer, they're really coming for you in the fall. Like coming together and putting our heads together to work on collective goals. Beautiful. The Spirit is saying to me now, the bear retreats to its cave in the winter. Okay. All right. Little channel coming through. The bear retreats to his cave in the winter. This is for the benefit of the whole. Not all species are meant to distribute their energy evenly throughout the year. You are one of them. You are meant to retreat in the winter to conserve your energy and then to come out brighter in the spring and the summer months. To let the parts of you that you do not need fall away in the fall, and then retreat again as you assess and renew yourself, ready for the next spring coming. This is how you're built. This is the process that your ancestors have honored. This is the process that your body knows, that your mind, that your spirit knows. As part of this earth collective, you have been adapted to this frequency of change over time, given this structure of cycles. Adhere to this, abide by this, honor this, and you will do well. You will do well. This is not meant to scare you. It's meant to guide you. These are the lessons that we teach our children. That part felt like it came from some sort of other planet. Like it feels like the Galactic Federation, like my galactic guides coming in. And some of my earthly guides too. Just our ancient ancestors, like these are the lessons that we teach our children. We teach our children that death is a part of life. We teach our children that the earth goes through cycles and we go through cycles with her. This feels like part of the knowledge that is needed to bring into us. Yes, child. We need to bring with us into this new earth as we establish this new identity moving forward on this planet. Okay, thank you, Spirit. And in the center card, which I haven't shown you yet, is this elestial quartz. Elestial quartz. I was really called to this. It comes from this. There's like a whole book behind it. This is the deck, and this card, I was just so called to it. And I pulled the deck out and instantly felt like it was this card on top. And I hadn't shuffled the deck since the previous reading. So this card is the same card that came out in a previous reading, possibly the most recent one I posted. So it's coming out again. Spirit really wanted me to pull it out again for us. It's elestial quartz. Become inimitable. Become inimitable. Previously, I didn't know what that word meant. I looked it up. It means to be unique. It means to be you are so unique that no one can possibly copy you, because you are you and no one can be you. You are the only you. And this card also speaks about growing. So it's grow into your own inimitable self. Wisdom is a byproduct of your own becoming. Allow the world to teach you. All right. So this quartz, this card, it's been through a lot, and it's been shaped by these cycles that we go through, by this journey that's outlined for you here, by what you're going through right now. You are shaped by this. Allow yourself to become, okay? Allow yourself to become, right? Grow into your inimitable self. Wisdom is a byproduct of your own becoming. Wisdom is a byproduct of your own becoming. Let it happen. Like, the wisdom will come to you, and there's not so much of a need to like go out and seek it, because it will come naturally through your experience. So there's really this call, there's this overarching theme with this message of identity, of recognizing all the aspects of yourself and allowing yourself to fall into place, into whatever, into whoever you are. I feel my thoughts deck calling to me. There's this message of I feel like Spirit wants to say one more thing, and then I'll let you go. But yeah, a lot of the time when it's like, who are you? It's whatever's on the surface. It's on the surface. It's on the surface. All right. Spirit says, let the cards speak. What do the cards want to say? Spirit, what would you like us to know? Okay, we have the 7 of discs. There's going to be one more at the bottom. All right. We have the 7 of discs here, which reads failure. And on the bottom, we have the 10 of discs. Focus. We have the 10 of discs, which I think says wealth. So this is the present energy that came out. All right. So some of you may be too focused on your failures right now. This is the most prevalent energy, but underneath it is the 10 of discs, which is this card of like financial stability. Like you've made it. You have this financial abundance. You have enough of it that you can give it out to other people. The 10 of discs. It's a prosperous nature. This is what we're working towards. So I feel like some of you, why is this coming through? This feels like an aspect of your identity that maybe needs to be rewritten a little bit. Focusing too much on the failures, that's all that you're seeing. And again, this is the discs card as well. So in other decks, the 7 of discs or the 7 of pentacles shows somebody kind of tending to a garden. And it's so easy when you're literally tending to a garden to notice all of the plants that are dying, or all of the plants that have a bunch of aphids, or they have some sort of insect infestation. It's so easy to notice that and to be like, oh my god, I need to do this. Like, you kind of hit that panic button and say, my garden's dying, my garden is dying. But when we focus on the failures, we don't allow ourselves to see the crops that are like ripening, the flowers that are blooming, the plants that are healthy, all of the seeds that sprouted. We're focusing too much on our failures. And this has been guiding us, and which only allows us to see more and more failures. And at the bottom of this, I feel like what's guiding this energy is this desire for luxury, this desire for wealth, yes. This desire to be stable financially. So some of us are being too hard on ourselves and that's a really tough one, because I know you need money to survive. But we can really trust. Okay, Spirit wants to say something. There's this really need to trust that everything is as it should be, and that abundance is here for you. Okay, Spirit, what do you want to say to these beautiful children? Okay, the money will come. Just let it come. Let it flow to you. Be receptive to these blessings. We've been knocking on your door for quite a while, and you have not let us in. This is because of your own neglect of yourself and of your children, whatever that means to you. The seeds that you've planted, that you are now harvesting. Many of them may be sick because you are sick. It's time to look within, to look at the greater cause of this illness, and to know where the change needs to be stricken. Okay, thank you. Wealth is coming. It's you. Oh my god. Whatever that song is, sometimes I do Spotify messages, like I tune in and I put Spotify on shuffle. And literally, you guys, when the song, whatever Taylor Swift song, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. That song came on when I was like asking myself all these questions and whatever, and like, yeah, some of them were encouraging, and then that one came on. It's you. You're the problem. I'm the problem. It's you. I'm sorry. It's you. That's what Spirit wanted you to know. Oh gosh. And just some confirmation there. The freaking journey, this darkness, I thought that was the 8 of Swords, which is why I initially was like, oh, confirmation, because 8 of Swords mean it's your limiting beliefs that are holding you back. It's the 8 of Cups, which is the journey, this tough emotional journey, all right? Different side of transformation, I suppose, of confirmation. And there's our, no, that's Pisces, not Gemini. It's ruled by Pisces. It's a freaking journey. You're on this journey. We're getting to the top of the mountain. And Auriga, the constellation Auriga might be relevant somehow to this because this is the Chariot and Auriga is the charioteer. I'm not sure. I just saw the mirror number 5445 stand out on the timer, so maybe that speaks to you. Okay. Spirit, any words, any final words of wisdom? All right, I'm just seeing birds taking off. The hummingbird is coming to me now. But Spirit wants us to just leave it at that. This is the message. This was meant to find you if it found you. Know that you can get through it. And you just saw a glimpse of your year ahead. It's gonna be okay, honey. It's gonna be okay. You have people coming to guide you. Let the money come in. Let the walls break down. Let the transformation happen. You are more than you seem, and you're always guided. Your ancestors are here with you. Oh, let's close the book. Let's close this chapter. On to the next one. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Each and every one of you. I really do. And I hope to see you again soon. Peace to you.